Hey everybody, it's now time for my daytime real life gray and blue sweatsuit with zipper superhero intro for various reviews, rants, and other topics. This is a special daytime version with the same costumes and the same intro songs, only this time reverse. In this version, the new Netflix song I debuted in the previous Netflix Something You Can Never Own song I debuted in the previous video that will play as the intro, and my walkout song will once again be Jeff Hardy's Modest to the Top in this version. The second version will be the same thing, with Kurt Angle's theme being my walkout song, and my taunts and mannerisms will be the same. They will be similar to Teddy Hart, Monty Brown, Bobby Lashley, Hulk Hogan, the Sonic character Knuckles, and finishing it off with Ryu's Hadouken. So once again, you're wondering where I got the song Netflix. You can find it easily here on YouTube, but if you want to know, just message me, and I'll give you the link to the song, or tell you how to find the song. But the song is Netflix, Neeflex. That's the name of the band. That's the name of the band or singer that performs it, and the song is called Something You Can Never Own. I got the song from a YouTube user named Andy Mellon, who does a lot of anime and abridged series reactions. So, with that being said, let me get started right now.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you gon' do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. Have no regrets, yeah, outside of my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own.
Hey everybody, it's time now for my part 2 webcam real life superhero review. Real life superhero review of the toxic. I'm sorry. It's time for my part 2 real life thoughts on the upcoming Toxic Crusaders 2023-2024 beat 'em up video game remake coming out. Apologize for saying review. It's just me giving my thoughts. After seeing the demo and seeing the awesome trailer, yeah, this is the 2023-2024 video game I mentioned and I first gave my thoughts on in both of my Toxic Crusader reviews, part 1 and 2. This is the part 2 larger webcam where I'll talk about more content in the video game. To see the short narration portion, click the link in the description box below. Apologize if watching 2 of these is stressful, but I badly wanted to do both a narration and a webcam, so that's why I did it. At first I just said I was going to do a webcam and that would be it, but then I wanted to do a narration one too, a shorter narration introduction too. So yeah, since this is the Toxic Crusaders and the main character Toxie uses a mop. This will be a weapons review, so I'll have you see my large stick over there on the bed. You can barely see it because of the sunlight. The sunlight camouflaging it, but it's on the bed right there on top of the yellow cover you see right there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna sit down with the stick and continue the rest of the video. So yeah. So with that being said, let me start the trailer, and then I'm gonna start the gameplay, and then I'm gonna make my grand entrance on camera.
Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader. I had no friends, no girls would hug me till I got radioactive ugly. Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader. I live in the dark as a red too long, got a little pet blob and he loves me so. Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader. Now me and the boss, we fight again wrong. We keep it going, idiots lead it blind. Come on, Crusaders, it's cleanup time!
Yeah, the Toxic Crusaders 2023-2024 beat 'em up game. Yeah, I can't wait. Oh man, yeah. My Xbox One is broken now. It's not broken, but there's something wrong with both of the TVs I have. The first TV, which is my computer monitor, you've seen in plenty of previous video game playthrough. Xbox One, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat X, and 2019 Mortal Kombat 11 reviews. The television is of course broke. The television that for some reason that television just won't turn on. The Xbox turns on, but the television won't. It says the television won't turn on, the Xbox won't turn on. So I was already dealing with a bunch of other personal problems and issues, so I had to put the television in the storage room until my dad forced me to take it out because he plans to clean up and throw away a bunch of stuff in there, and I had to put it back up here, and I'll try to hook it up again later. Then my new replacement TV for my Xbox 360 and Xbox One, because my Xbox One doesn't have sound on the computer monitor, and on my Xbox 360. It still works on my old 90s style of television. 90s style television. However, there's a giant black square rectangle covering the bottom half, covering almost the entire bottom half of the screen that I can only get rid of by turning TV off and on or pressing the menu button or volume or channel changing button multiple times. This is something I deal with when I play. But this is why I needed to hook it up to the new Panasonic Philips and I keep the new flat screen TVs, which I don't know how to do. And I was only given a small amount of battery power, for my remote. So whenever I decide to try to hook up the TV again, it has to be quick and possible. But it makes me want to go out and get the information I need, hook up, solve whatever the problem is, because I badly want to play this video game when it comes back. And I want to bring back the video game playthroughs, the Xbox One video game playthroughs, and the full 360 video game playthroughs without the square rectangle in the middle and me constantly pausing the press menu to get rid of it. I want to bring those reviews back, but I especially want to get this video game right here. I haven't been this excited for a video game in a long time. Not since, actually in a long time in general. When it comes to Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and their games, I was more excited. I was pumped to see the next part of the story. The video games themselves, I really didn't care much for. They're the same as they've always been. And they're inferior to the old school. They're inferior to the old school 90s and 2000s video games. So yeah, but this is the first time. Firstly, number one, like I said in the part one narration video and the two narration reviews of Toxic Crusaders cartoon. I'm just happy that there's more Toxic Crusader being released in the 2020s, in the late 2010s, now 2020s, early to mid 2020s. There is Toxic Crusaders merchandise and stuff being released. What else about the Toxic Crusaders?
Not cool indeed, Fender. Disorderly conduct is one thing, but trashing a small business outside of a public holiday? That's unacceptable.
So, yeah, happy Toxic Crusaders is coming back for a new generation. There's new material anyway. Number two, the game looks awesome. While I would prefer a full-length 3D arena action adventure style game where you walk around, third camera view, punching, beating up, and doing all the cool special maneuvers of Toxic Crusaders and playing the storyline of Toxic Crusaders. But this new modernized 2D, 3D, retro, story-filled beat-em-up reminiscent of the TMNT arcade games, Manhattan Project, and Trouble in Time. The original Toxic Crusaders Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo game, only updated high-tech. The Sega Genesis games, Streets of Rage, Son of the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Ultra Beast, Vector Man, Comic Zone, Shinobi, Capcom games like Final Fight, Mega Man, and
Well, that's a relief. Tried this a little mad science over the years.
Mega Man and the Stone Protectors, their Sega Genesis Super Nintendo video game adaptation back in the day with this time you can play as more characters. You can play as 6 characters: Toxie, Major Disaster, No Zone, Headbanger, Junkyard, and even Yvonne Yvonne, and the mother, Mrs. Jungle. You can play as them, and you fight multiple enemies from the Toxic Crusaders television series and a couple from the Toxic Avenger movie. So this is based on the television series. They have elements of the Toxic Avenger movie, too, with cool storyboard cutscenes with voice actors being identical to their 1991 cartoon counterparts. Of course, several can't come back. I'm pretty sure Roger Campus, Toxie, and the main antagonist, Dr.Killemoff, I'm pretty sure he's busy with SpongeBob, so he probably couldn't come back, or maybe that was him and he's just older now. His voice is just older and different now. But I know several can't come back, such as the late Ed Gilbert, who did Major Disaster. He can't come back, nor can Michael J. Puller, who did Psycho, who did the character Psycho. Yeah. Yeah, you get to play as all 6 of those characters, with each of them having their special maneuvers from the cartoon, having their special maneuvers and powers from the cartoon series, with Yvonne and Mrs. Junko, Yvonne especially, who never really did much of any fighting in the show. She was always with the Toxic Crusaders, but she just sung. She never actually fought or did anything. She gained some special maneuvers for this video game beat 'em up adaptation, modernized beat 'em up adaptation. And Mrs. Junko, well, the time all she did was, I think, pepper spray, hit with the duster, with the cake maker, the thing you use to roll when you make a cake, to hit junkyard with that object, and hit people with her purse, which is all she's done. I think she has those moves here too, along with some Streets of Rage Final Fight style combos. Yeah. Yeah, they have the level design, while kind of repetitive. The level design is each level design is great detail, and they're awesome locations from the cartoon and the movie. So people did their research with bringing the Toxic Crusaders back to what you call it. Speaking of that, the storyline itself references the cartoon Dr. Killemoff in one what you call reference during your first encounter with Dr. Killemoff and Psycho. Dr. Killemoff references how he's coming back after all these years to once again take over Tromaville, to conquer Tromaville. Yeah. That's all the good stuff. Now for the bad. Well, the demo, there was a demo, so you only play as 4 characters out of the 6+ characters. You only play as 4. That was Toxie, Yvette, Mrs. Jungle, and I think either No Zone, Major Disaster. So you can only play as four. The demo has 2-player mode. The real version will have a 6-player mode. And while you play, another cool aspect, before I get more to the negative stuff, when you play, in the bottom half of the screen, you get to hear your companions assisting, talking, commenting, and assisting you. And the video game, it doesn't do it as much. This is a much more serious adaptation, a much more serious action-packed adaptation, but the characters joke around and break the fourth wall just like they did in the cartoon. So this is a much more serious version. And Dr. Killemoff and all those characters are much more threatening here than they were in the cartoon. So it gives us more, just like the original Sega Genesis and Nintendo version, giving us more of what the cartoon did. That was more awesome butt kicking, hand-to-hand combat action and combos. So that's all the good. Now the bad. While it includes a lot of characters from the Toxic Crusaders cartoon and a couple from the movies, is missing a bunch of characters, man. The characters who are here are Toxic, Major Disaster, No Zone, Headbanger, Yvonne, Junkyard, and Mrs. Junko for your heroic characters. For your bad guys, Dr. Killemoff, and of course Psycho, who's only in cutscenes. He's never seen in the actual game during the actual gameplay. Psycho, and of course my least favorite character from the Toxic Crusaders, who's not seen in the gameplay portion, but he is in the cutscenes, and that's the bug himself, Zarzosta, the overall actual main antagonist. That's who Dr. Killemoff takes orders from. Anyway, this character right here, what was his name again? Oh yeah, this character, so yeah, those are the characters who appear. Here are the characters who are missing. They're missing Bonehead, who is based on Bozo from the movie. The character of Bonehead, he's missing. And so is Mayor Brody. He may show up in one of the cutscenes, like what's called. Same with Bonehead. This is just the demo version, and the demo version ends on a cliffhanger with Dr. Killemoff getting away and the Toxic Crusaders being angry they couldn't bring him to justice and agreeing to follow him. And I guess the real game will have the conclusion where they finally defeat and bring Dr. Killemoff to justice. So yeah, Mayor Grody is not seen. And speaking of Mayor Grody is not seen. And also, these were two special guest starring characters, but they were awesome. First, you got my favorite, the goofy and hated superhero, Mr. the Clumsy, well-meaning, but goofy superhero that nobody likes, Mr. Earth, who was in episode 7, in my opinion, the greatest guest starring characters and one of my all-time favorite and best characters from the show, period. Then you have the much more popular, he only appeared once, but he was much more popular than my favorite character, Mr. Earth, and that was the awesome Snail Man. And then there was another guy who was a cool Texas Chainsaw Massacre style of bad guy. Gardner character called Mole Man, who was a one-time villain. He's not seen here. Maybe he'll be in one of the cutscenes, or maybe they forgot about him since these three characters were just special guest starring characters. But sorry, when you bring back the Toxic Crusaders, I hope everyone will watch all 13 episodes. And feature everyone who was featured here. They also have the Radiation Rangers, and even some updated Radiation Rangers. And speaking of updated Radiation Rangers, I mentioned movie characters. They got the three the three restaurant criminals where Toxic met Sarah in the first film. Leroy, the guy in the red and black spandex and high top footwear and face paint. Then Leroy, the guy with the that's Leroy. Then you got
Hey, he's getting away! And before we can
you got Leroy. Then I keep forgetting the other one's name. The other one's the guy with the guy in the all black, the other Caucasian, the all black in the trench coat. Then the Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed looking guy whose name is Frank. Frank. Those three, they're here. They appear here in this awesome beat 'em up here. So not only including stuff from the cartoon, also including stuff from the movie. So yeah, this was my thoughts on the Toxic Crusaders, which I can't wait to get in the game and can't wait to play the full thing. And hopefully all those things that are missing, they're in the and hopefully this game does well. Maybe they will do another one and include all those things and all those characters I just didn't mention. But I'm just happy Toxic Crusaders is back, and I can't wait to play. So yeah, this was my thoughts on the Toxic Crusaders. Is she the shorter part 1 narration introduction? The link will be in the description box. description box below, and the reviews, they're on my channel, and this will be uploaded right next to those. Yeah, my webcam real life superhero review is coming next. All right, you want to hear the rest of the music and see the rest of my mannerisms? Turn the video off right now.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. Have no regrets, yeah, outside of my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in dead. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. So fight and fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know.